Good morning. This time of year around the local is very busy. Our local women's committee has been very busy with a number of events. Persons Day Gala was held on October 19th. This is an annual fundraiser for the Women's Employment Resource Center and Ingema Homes. They raised $5,300 at this event and were distributed between the two groups. A special memorial to Sister Colleen Wake also took place at Persons Day Gala. And on another note, the local has added another $750 bursary in memory of Sister Colleen Wake. This bursary will be available to members' dependents entering first year of post-secondary education as defined by the Bursary Committee guidelines. The Women's Committee also purchased gift cards for 24 women and 35 children staying at Ingema Homes, which is a second stage housing for when leaving a crisis situation in their personal lives. Another big issue going on right now is intimate partner violence. It is an epidemic here in Ontario, and there's a bill before the Ontario Legislature, Bill 173, Intimate Partner Violence Epidemic Act 2024. This bill is currently stalled as the Ford government does not want to recognize that intimate partner violence is an epidemic in the province of Ontario. This is not a gender-based epidemic. It affects everyone. If the bill gets passed, it would provide funding and resources to address these issues. In the community, the Interchurch Hamper Program is distributing hampers next Thursday, December 19th, here in Ingersoll. If anyone has a truck and would like to help, please reach out. Also, the winter session of online education for auto workers through McMaster University will be available for sign up in January. Please check the local website for more information or contact our McMaster Area Coordinator, Kim Dion, at the following email. The union office will be closed from December 21, 2024 through January 1, 2025 for the holiday period. In the event of emergency, you can call Brent Tree at 519-317-6059 for emergencies relating to the Union Hall use. On behalf of the Executive Board and the leadership of Unifor Local 88, I want to wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season and a Merry Christmas. You want me to do it again?
Hello and thank you for watching our December video. This is our implant report. First topic will be layoffs. We just can't seem to avoid upcoming downtime and layoffs. To start with, the layoffs will have no effect on the skilled trades. That's just business as normal. Now we're just going to review everything the company's already said just to make sure everybody's clear. The main plant is going down next week, December 16th to 20th. Over at the battery plant, the main pack line is also going to go down December 16th to 20th. The Superphase team will continue to run all 3 shifts, as well as the Superphase team will also work all 3 shifts for January 2nd and 3rd. Everybody else will be laid off. If anyone is required to work during next week's layoff period, you will be tapped on the shoulder and informed. Starting January 6th, A shift in the main plant will return to work. The B shift and the entire battery department are all going to be laid off. Then the following week, January 13th, B shift returns to work while A shift is laid off and the battery plant remain on layoff for their second week. We will continue to rotate layoffs in the main plant until February 3rd when both A and B shifts are currently scheduled to return. If you took an extended leave this year, you are to come back to work on your normally respective shift that's scheduled. So for A shift, it's January 6th, and for B shift, it will be January 13th. Okay. The next segment comes from our benefit reps. It's about the upcoming layoffs. Benefits have updated the EI application guide to reflect the upcoming layoffs. For anyone unsure on any part of the application or how to report, please reach out to a benefit rep and they will assist you. On the 1-week waiting period, the result for the 1-week waiting period has now been approved by the government, and those who have already served it will be paid out this week. All future waiting periods will be paid top up after your reporting has been completed with your first sub-payment. Payroll receives the data for the waiting periods directly from Service Canada and your sub data, so there should be nothing further that you need to redo. You do not need to report sub in other monies or as income. Sub is not considered earnings to Service Canada. The next subject is the 1-week waiting period. In bargaining, we renegotiated the 1-week waiting period that will be paid for the life of the contract. This was one item agreed to by GM to reflect what our members have gone through for the past 4 years. The company have not yet paid out the waiting weeks to anyone, as I just stated in our benefit report, while they were waiting for the government to sort this out. However, the company is making payments this week to anyone who had their 1 week waiting period since the contract started, with one major exception. The letter that we signed for EV restructuring states CAMI will pay the 1 week waiting period for the life of the contract. Our contract started midweek, which was a Wednesday, September 18th. We ratified our contract on Sunday, September 22nd. GM head office in Canada are not paying members who had their waiting week for September 22nd to 29th, but they are paying members who started their waiting weeks starting September 29th and later. So while many of you will be getting your waiting weeks pay that you have been waiting for since our contract started, head office is refusing to pay those members affected by the week of September 22nd to 28th. Their argument that we are in right now is the pay period starts every Sunday clean. That follows the EI. Since we voted on Sunday, they are not going to pay us for that week because we did not have a ratified agreement until mid-afternoon on the Sunday. GM wrote a statement that they want to recognize what our members have been through for the past 4 years. Yet they want to screw over the same members on that waiting period, even though we had a tentative agreement with our bargaining committee on Wednesday, September 18th, 4 days before that pay period even started. We are arguing this, and eventually, if we do not get an answer, we will go to arbitration early in 2025 to get this fixed for those members affected by that week. Just last night, I had a member reach out to me. Both him and his wife are affected by that week. That's $2,500 that they were expecting that they are now out 2 weeks before Christmas. Oh, and by the way, GM's also laying them off next week, so there won't be any money coming in for that week either, the way the sub runs. It'll all come back not till January. So just so everyone's aware, Ebenezer Scrooge is alive and well, and she's currently working at the head office in Oshawa.
Okay, go ahead.
The vacation accrual. Pay close attention to this segment, as well over about 850 members are affected by this. To start off with, no trades are affected by this. We had no forced layoffs in the trades over the past year. Any production members who received their full paid vacation allotment back in the summer, you are also not affected by this. But again, we have about 850 people that this will benefit. During bargaining, we were able to achieve vacation accrual for this contract. This has taken a long time to piece together. It was a very big project, and we now actually signed an agreement as of this morning, December 11th. Here's a basic overview. There's a lot to it. We are going to put examples up on our website by tomorrow to try and give everybody an idea of what's happening, because it's a lot of information. But here's a basic overview. You are going to get 40 hours credited service for all the rotating layoff time that you were laid off for. Therefore, about 850 more people will see an increase to their vacation allotment. Almost everybody goes to full vacation allotment too, by the way. There are a couple notes you need to know about this. If you have already taken unpaid vacation time, you are going to get paid out the week of January 9th up to 48 hours of any vacation time you've already taken. If you use more than 48 hours, the remaining hours above 48 will be paid out to you, likely in February. We're working on a date right now with the company on that. Back in the summer shutdown, about 420 people had no money for the second week of summer shutdown. That was extremely tough on families. Our company actually did stand up, and everybody was guaranteed 24 hours or roughly 3 days of short work week, paid at 80%. If you received short work week in the second week, and about 400 people did, the company is going to subtract those 3 days worth 80% from the amount of money you're going to get. Just to make that kind of easy, let's say you're getting 3 more weeks of holidays, they're going to take approximately 3 days off of the 3 weeks. So you're going to get about 2 weeks and 2 days. On January 9th, all your pay stubs will reflect how much money or how much vacation pay you're going to get. Starting right now or starting early January, you can start to book the vacation. There are a lot of spots on the vacation calendar currently from January till April. May and June is pretty full. If you do not book your vacation and do not use it by the end of June, you're going to get paid out in July. Just a heads up, I have no idea what the future is going to bring us. I don't have a crystal ball. But if the company turned around and laid us off and you were hoping for a payout and you had 3 weeks and you're hoping for a payout in July and they take the last couple of weeks as a layoff in June, they're going to put your vacation into layoff weeks. That is following the contract. So there's a lot of spots right now. In order for this to work, we suggest people start looking at the vacation calendar January, February, March, and April, and start booking your vacation in there. The next subject is the apprentice intake. For the first time, both parties agreed to an outside agency, St. Clair College, to help facilitate the upcoming apprentice intake. St. Clair College has a large experience dealing with different businesses across Southern Ontario in taking on apprentices, doing the intakes. We had 18 members write the test provided by St. Clair College. They told us, based on their history of the test, they expected 4 of our members, with a maximum of 6, to pass the required 70% mark. We had all 18 members pass. That's a fantastic reflection on our overall membership. The next stage is now the interview process, which is currently ongoing, and our next 4 apprentices should be known very soon. The next subject was the J.P. Clausen Tour. On December 10th, J.P. Clausen and a number of other top-ranking officials toured our site. We had some very good presentations, both in the main plant and the battery plant, given by various team members to J.P. and his team. Afterwards, J.P. and I went for a little drive, the 2 of us, in one of our bright drops, and he told me he was very pleasantly surprised by the reception he had from all of our members. Not just the people doing the presentations, but the people that stood online watching, the people just waving, the people that just reached out and said hello to the team. JP did say to the big group that he was wondering about one thing, compared to a lot of other GM plants, how he's able to put new technology into our main plant for the bright drop, which is all basically new technology with electric vehicles, and have that plant take off so fast. And his bigger shock was our battery plant. Where they've struggled in the US, they dropped a brand new technology into our plant with members who have had no previous training. And we've not only taken that, but we've excelled. We've far outstripped what they thought for demand and quality, and he was absolutely impressed with that. He asked me to pass on his thanks to everyone and said he does understand the challenges over the past 4 years that our members have gone through. He was very clear that GM is still very committed to electric vehicles. The biggest issue right now facing us is our current lineup. We really need to add a 3rd vehicle to try to expand some of our options. In closing, from a work perspective, a lot happened in 2024. Our members began battery production and simply hit a home run in terms of volume and quality. To our trades and production members in the battery department, job well done seems like a major understatement. Our members face another tough year in terms of full employment in the main plant. And 2025 does seem like another tough year coming. We had to say goodbye to 2 active members. Colleen Wake, who was taken from us way too soon. I have no doubt she is now in heaven, and by this time likely has 11 of the 12 disciples signed up on union cards and is actively seeking the 12th. And just yesterday, we lost Brother Terry Mitchell, who worked in the assembly on the A shift. Our thoughts and prayers are with both families this Christmas. We also bargained a new collective agreement that brought much needed relief in terms of wages and a greatly enhanced sub-program. And now in December, we are just told that layoffs will continue and even to expand in the next year and within the battery facility. Auto plants run on volume, and although EV sales continue to rise, the increases are much slower than anticipated, and 2025 could potentially appear to be another rough year. I just want to say a few words to everyone because we do have a lot to be thankful for. We just had 2 members retire December 1st, and a large number of people are going to retire on January 1st. We also have quite a few trades and some production members who are going to retire in the first half of 2025. Congratulations to all those members on the next chapter of their lives. It is the ultimate goal of everybody once you walk in on your very first day to get to your 30 years and hit that retirement line and retire. To everyone else, I think 2025 is going to prove to be another tough year for our members. However, after watching too many of our members and friends pass or get sick, the biggest wish I can give to everybody in 2025 is good health. In the end, your health is what matters more than anything else. Hopefully Santa is thinking about trading his sled and reindeer in for a battery-powered sled next year, which obviously would have to be made at Cami. I've told GM we will make anything they want built, provided they want it built right, built with high quality and with high volumes that allow this membership to prove to GM that we really are the best workforce in their whole lineup. On behalf of our tiring plant, we want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time with family and friends, And here's to a healthy 2025. And maybe a little Christmas magic will come our way, and Santa will drop off some Christmas plans for an additional truck at Detroit.
Are they gone?
I think so.
Okay. So what are we gonna say?
I think we just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
And as long as you keep watching these things, we'll keep making them. So on behalf of the Local 88 Communications Committee, I myself, Alan, and Keith would like to wish everybody happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Happy Holidays.